Rob Nixon's Slow Violence and the Environmentalism of the Poor offers a rethinking of environmental destruction and social injustice. Violence is not always immediate, dramatic, or easily visible. While wars, terrorist attacks, and natural disasters capture public attention because of their sudden and spectacular nature, many forms of environmental harm unfold gradually over years or even generations. He describes this hidden process as slow violence, a form of destruction that is delayed, dispersed, and often overlooked. Examples include climate change, toxic pollution, deforestation, soil erosion, radioactive contamination, and industrial waste. Because these harms develop slowly and lack dramatic visual impact, they frequently escape media coverage and public concern, allowing governments and corporations to avoid accountability. The greatest burden of such violence falls on poor and marginalized communities across Africa, Asia, Latin America, and other regions of the global south. A central objective of Nixon's work is to make this invisible violence visible. He introduces the concept of the environmentalism of the poor, referring to grassroots movements in which vulnerable communities resist ecological destruction because their livelihoods depend directly on land, forests, water, and other natural resources. Unlike mainstream environmentalism, which often focuses on wilderness preservation, this form of activism connects environmental protection with social justice, economic survival, and human rights. Nixon demonstrates how literature and storytelling can reveal forms of suffering that statistics and official reports often fail to capture. Through the works of writers and activists such as Roy, Mathai, Carson, Munif, Kinsiard, Godimer, and Sinha, he exposes the human consequences of environmental degradation. His discussion of the 1984 Bhopal disaster, particularly through Indra Sinha's Animals People, illustrates how corporations use legal delays and scientific uncertainty to evade responsibility while victims struggle for recognition and compensation. The book also examines the resource curse, showing how oil extraction often leads to environmental devastation, corruption, and inequality rather than prosperity. Through Viva's activism in Nigeria and Wangari Maathai's Green Belt movement in Kenya, Nixon highlights the intersections of environmental justice with struggles against authoritarianism, patriarchy, and economic exploitation. He critiques mega dams, ecotourism, and modern warfare, revealing their long term social and ecological consequences. Nixon calls for a stronger alliance between post colonial studies and environmental criticism, arguing that both address interconnected histories of exploitation, displacement, and inequality.